Hi everyone, and welcome to today's YouTube episode. And today we are harvesting mint on our farm. One of the last videos you saw of us picking elderberries. We have the creek right behind us, and our sunflower field is directly behind you. So we were walking along the creek finding elderberries, and I found mass plantings of mint, and they go for quite a ways. So we're in an area where mint is grown quite a bit. A few towns over they have a mint festival, and I think that this was all runoff from a previous planting before we owned our farm. So we're harvesting mint today, and the best time to harvest mint is after the dew dries in the morning. We've had a lot of rain for a few days, and it's getting a little later in the day, but we haven't had intense sun and intense heat. So we're going to just go ahead and show you how to do this. Before it's blooming, it's really, really rich in its flavor. It makes a lot of really great home remedies and teas. You can get tea bags online. There's a lot of different varieties. I'll show you an episode about making the leaves into tea. So when, there you go. Bethy likes rocks. This is a bloom, and it's just a little purple flower. The reason we found this is because we have the bees, we stopped doing all of the brush hog cutting, the extra mowing to help provide more pollen for the bees. We're not spraying and intensely cultivating a lot of the areas to leave that pollen. So we have a lot of goldenrod and things like this. So I spotted it because of the purple flower and picked some of it off, and I thought, hey, I grabbed a planting of this at the store, a Bonnie plant, and it was about $6, and I planted some up by my house last year. They do spread quite a bit, and you want to be careful where you plant it so that it doesn't take over your perennial garden or your annual garden. So you can do about 3 cuttings a year of this, and what you want to do is you want to do cuttings. So I just hold it up and snip it. A lot of people only do the tops, and if you look up fresh mint online, some of this stuff sells for $60 a bunch. So if you pull it out, it kind of binds at the root, so you can damage that root system, and you want to be able to leave several inches and a couple of the leaves at the base of the plant for it to rejuvenate itself. So I just go through, I lift it up and leave quite a bit at the bottom. So because I'm doing tea and some other things, it's going to dry down. Yes, lots of mosquitoes tonight. And I want to cut a 5-gallon bucket full, and then I'll show you how I process it up at the house. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. Okay, everyone, so now we're back at the house, and I just wanted to show you how I wash the mint. So this mint is the fresh mint that we just picked, and you get a lot of bits of dirt and even sand or whatever from where it's growing. We live on a dirt road, so you just want to make sure you wash it. I got these plastic crates a long time ago when I purchased something else on Craigslist. Oh, mason jars. And the lady gave me the totes. So you can find totes similar to this on Craigslist. I know we're in Michigan, some people by Grand Rapids sell them for about $2 or $3 a piece. A lot of farms use them for produce picking, and they work really great for a lot of harvesting. We use them heavily for the apples. If you come across any anywhere, let me know. So I start out with all of my mint in a pile, and I just kind of slowly bring some over, and I'm using the shower head on the higher spray to knock off any dirt or bugs, and you just want to keep rinsing it off. Now I've already gone through this once, try to spare you some of the boring details. to show you, here there's a lot of sand and dirt, so you are getting quite a bit off of that. This quantity of mint really does have a strong fragrance. So if you have anybody that it bothers, you might want to open up a window or turn on the vent. Okay, so just like with lettuce, you don't want this setting in water or soaking in water for too long because they'll kind of get limp. And you can just take a handful of this and put it in your sink and swish it around, and that's plenty good too. Now the trick is you want to get some of this excess water off. So you can just take it, shake it off. Because it's in this plastic tray, it is really helpful to me. I let it drain for a while, and then I just give it a good shake to help some of that water just break free and fall through. So I'll turn it over, and I'll do this a couple of times. And then I'm going to lay it out on a towel for a little while, and then we'll hang it dry. Or you can put it in the food dehydrator, which I may do. So here I have my propagation rack that I used this spring for growing my seedlings indoors. I've left it up because I've been drying a lot of rose petals. We have the rugosa rose bush that produces the rose hips, and I saved the rose petals. So I've cleared the racks off today for this, and I put a towel on the rack just to collect some of the excess water so it's not dripping on the carpet. This window gets quite a bit of sun. It's late in the day now, so you can see it's not very light, but these can stay here and dry out. I'm going to just leave them here through tomorrow afternoon, and then we will put them in the food dehydrator. You could also put them in the oven on low heat, or you could just leave them right out in the open air. If you have a mesh top patio table, this works really good for that because you can lay out a whole lot of these in a thin layer, and the air will go through them to help them dry. So this is the mint. Stay tuned for some episodes on the uses for the mint, making tea, and if I can ask any questions, answer any questions for you, let me know. Like the video, subscribe, look through and see what else might interest you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!